watching Bird Attack Punk Rock Radio, and I'm sitting here with Tom Rowe of No Trigger. Thanks for coming by, man.
No problem, sir.
We've been communicating back and forth via the internet sensation known as Facebook for, I don't know, about a month and a half now.
Yeah.
So.
And I totally missed out on the first chance because I had no Wi-Fi at Groz Rock a couple weeks ago.
Well,
I was trying to hook up with them, but I literally had no way to communicate with any person or thing.
That's right, because you went there, and I remember you saying, "Hey, we're around," but the Wi-Fi and the actual the phone connection was toast.
I even tried to get the bands to give me their password, and they did, and that didn't work. Like I had nothing, so I couldn't find you.
It was an internet overload. It would have been cool to have you on there, though.
Yeah.
But here we are now.
Here we are, yeah. 2 weeks later.
So anyway, fucking No Trigger, we're stoked. I'm a huge fan.
Cool.
Yeah, believe it or not, the guy behind the camera is the guy that introduced me to you guys.
This guy.
Yeah, Colin. So here we are because of him, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And you guys have Canyoneer out, and you also have
Tycoon out.
Tycoon.
A couple of little other things. Not enough, really, but we know that. But we're actually working on another thing. We don't know. We have some new songs that we actually have done, which is rare for us. But it might be an EP, might be a full length. We don't know. We're gonna try to get it out for like next, either late this year or early next year.
Right on. Now,
that's our plan.
Right on. Why would you say that? You guys are like, how do I say this without sounding cheesy? You guys are on that level, like right there with the Wilhelm to me. Like, great band, sound quality, everything about the band really appeals to the Bird Attack genre, if you will. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Are you guys just like music, and this isn't a bad thing? Like, is it something that's kind of second? You have a life and a career that you have to, weigh out, or has?
Yeah, it's just it's almost one of those things that all five of us have to be in the room to write. We're not the band that like has that one guy who writes it all like musically and says, hey, it takes all of us, and that's tough, when we're all over the place, and so we have to really bunker down and say, all right, are we doing this? Are we gonna write something to put out? Okay, because if we don't, it just doesn't even happen, and that's it. Right. So that's what we're doing now, is we're getting a little bit more serious on that side of things. So
is there not one person, like you just said, there's not that one person that's like, I don't want to say chief, but kind of like the director of the band that kind of says, hey, this is what we're doing? It's
weird. We never have been that. It's always been all five of us throwing it together. Like, I don't think we have one song, well, maybe one or two, but it's very rare for us to have a whole song that someone brings to the table and then we finish. Yeah. It's always like we have a riff, and then we fucking write the rest of it around it, all of us. So it's slow. It's not efficient at all, but it's what we do, I guess.
Yeah, it
works.
It's your approach.
Yeah.
And I can imagine, I can understand, being a songwriter myself, trying to be in a room of five people trying to write a song can be a bit like herding cats, probably. Yeah. I mean, it's hard, It's easy when somebody comes in with hey, the guitarist met up with the drummer, and here's the fucking canvas.
Base of a song, yeah.
But doesn't happen that way with No Trigger.
No. Oh, well.
So we got a new album coming out, maybe, sometime.
Some sort of something coming out on some sort of record label sometime in the next year.
Well, that's what Steven Belvedere said. He said, it'll be on a Tuesday. That's all I have, though.
Do
you want us to pick a Wednesday, just so you don't overlap with their Tuesday?
No, it's probably going to be Tuesday. I think that's how it works.
So who are some of the bands that are playing Pouzza that, before you started writing music, were inspirations, and you're like, oh, shit.
Playing this Pouzza?
Yeah.
Well...
I'm going to say 88.
Well, 88 Fingers Louie, I think I might have seen them once ever. The first thing we ever recorded as a band, we recorded with Dan Precision in Chicago at his mom's house. And this is a weird story. This is the first thing I ever did that made me feel like we're actually cool.
Yeah, right.
It was 2003. I booked studio time with Dan Precision from 88 Fingers, and at that time he was also in Rise Against, so I was like, oh my god, this guy fucking is my hero. Right. I didn't even know him. I was like, he's just in the bands I love. We went out there, and then we played a show at the Fireside Bowl with Bigwig, and it was, up to that point, the best night of my entire life.
I can imagine.
It was I hounded the Fireside Bowl fucking booker on email for months and months. I almost made him feel bad that we weren't on that show. I was like, we're gonna be there. You gotta. This is my favorite band.
The trailer's gonna be out front.
Yeah.
You might as well make it
Yeah,
happen.
might as well let us load in. So, but that was the so that never mind like inspirational. We actually that was the first thing we ever like recorded was with them. But other than that, like Joey Capes here, like I don't know, dude. I'm a skate punk dude from way back when. And but like last night, like Pup played and that was fucking great. Cayetano played, that was awesome. Who else did we see last night? I was drunk, so I forget the rest of them.
It tends to happen.
But today, like Direct Hit's gonna be awesome, and I don't know, Counterpunch, and I forget my list.
You actually have to have the schedule and like jot it back. You're like zigzag back and forth. Well, if I may, let's make a couple suggestions. There's a couple Bird Attack bands. They're playing at Exit. There's a band called Dutch Nuggets.
Oh yeah.
There's a band called Full Count. They're both Canada-based bands. They're real fast skate punk.
At Exit.
They're at Exit. We're gonna actually leave here when we're done with this interview and head over there and then zigzag back and forth. Now, who would you say, like, I don't know, what would you say is like the future of No Trigger? Obviously, you guys you're kind of nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
You know, is there ever going to be a time where you guys say, hey, we're going to do a month tour? Or is that kind of thing of the past?
Thing of the past. We call ourselves Vacation Core. So basically, we just do it when it's convenient and we get the itch. We haven't played the West Coast in 8 years. That's not right, but we just haven't because we just haven't. You know, it's like any sort of opportunity. It's either something like Fest in Gainesville or something in Europe or Japan, and we'll do that. But we're not. We should be doing more. We're not.
No, there's nothing.
The goal is to get to places that we haven't been in a while, but it's tough, you know.
It is
for us.
And you know, there's a lot of bands that honestly, you know, they're not touring bands. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You still get the music and you still get the rock the fuck out. And
Yeah.
it's even that much more special actually when you get to see them, like us being here today to watch you guys.
I'll say one thing, maybe the last thing since we're 5 minutes in, that we're never gonna break up. That's the thing.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, like bands break up, and every time I'm like, why? Why? Like you could just not do anything for like 10 years and still be a band that just plays once or twice, you know? So breaking up doesn't make any sense to me in any sense of the word. So
no need to make it official.
No.
Just chill out for a while.
Yeah, just do whatever
And 15
you want.
years later, you're a band.
Yeah.
Like 88.
I saw As Friends Rust at Grozrock and was like, oof. Like they can do no wrong, you know. Like they haven't played shows in so long, and it's like they didn't break up. I don't know if maybe they did, but they just fucking not doing anything. So that's our motto. That's our goal.
Well, No Trigger, Tom Rheault. We're gonna go check them out later tonight. But for now, we're out of here. We're gonna watch some punk rock. All right.
All right, man. Thanks.